pile of mats at home? Is that a good way to store them, or?
All right, and there's Bluna.
Giant D20? No, not giant.
We knew this was going to be coming eventually.
Okay, we are
Against Octavia. Looks like Octavia Blue.
Hi, Twitch. You watch Steven Universe? You a Steven Universe fan? Are you a fan of Steven Universe?
Oh, no.
Ah, never mind then.
Didn't even look. Roll preferred.
All right, so Hot Wings Blazin' versus Octavia Blue. A battle of the aggro powerhouses here. Octavia is definitely capable of high power burst turns, but slightly fewer control options.
Something about the movie and there's no sea ponies on it.
I mean, the biggest thing that you run into that helps Hot Wings be so successful is that most of their removal options are actually built into their aggressive cards already. You know, you've got these frightening cards through Rutherford and Spitfire and Berry Punch and Orange Swirl that can let you get tremendous power and deal with opposing threats. Blue, of course, has some of those. The Rutherford is present there, but white cards are almost either exclusively aggro or exclusively control. You don't really get kind of the dual facet going on there. And so if I had to choose, I'd give the matchup here to Hot Wings. We'll see.
Oh.
There we go.
18. Excellent.
That's a good number.
It is indeed.
I like good numbers.
That's what's sitting in there from next
Again, a solid mid-game deck, hand, but I'm mulliganing this.
Yeah, this would be a really funny mid-game hand.
Yeah. I have the one card I needed last year. Oh, thank God. Well, having no Rutherfords is a scary thing.
Well, your opponent having Rutherfords is also a scary thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Enter. You're banking?
Like last year with Papa no Rutherfords, forget it.
I get 2. What?
Forgot that.
Okay, both players are mulliganing.
Oh,
So how do I spin?
It's the second Bluna I've come across.
Okay.
I'd expect to see a lot of it here.
Plus ads.
Where did you get that dice?
I make
They're
those.
automatically added.
Nice.
Oh, enter turn as well.
I'm gonna have to get your card.
She'll do you one better.
Well, then I'm banking.
Little bit of a glare coming off of Octavia's problem, but I'm fairly certain that is concerning Cutie Mark.
Because I just about killed myself literally.
Yeah.
They're toxic. Like laser cut them.
Yeah.
These, however, are made of acrylic,
Nice.
and those are safe to make.
That
So,
threw me off.
have one.
Well, thank you.
Sorry, Twi.
Pro point.
What do we got here?
Pro point. It's a little Steven Universe thing. I guess introductions.
All right, so we have Riddle Brony
Okay, I have 4 and I draw.
and Cloud Chaser.
Okay, 2 to move. 2.
Okay. Yes, you did cut.
I feel much better about this hand.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Yes.
You
Are
too.
we allowed to start?
Just double check to make sure
everybody
time
else
has
is playing,
started.
so I'm going to assume yes.
All right, so the question here is whether or not we're going to see the turn 2 DFO. And I see a Soren and a Wonderbolt's wrap. That can allow it to happen. And there's a Night Glider in Octavia's hand. No Angel Wings, but
Go.
given a friend draw here, this could be very good for Hot Wings. We'll have to see.
Okay. I just saw the screen was locked on the computer, so I wasn't sure.
Nope, that's another dilemma. That is very awkward. have to see what the decision here is.
It's a weird, complicated launch, but it works. 2. Move Luna. 1. Soren. Flip Luna.
Alright, Luna is now flipped.
Yeah, I wish I could do this better, but I can't.
He's just going through the math here.
Wonderbolt's Wrap, reducing cost of next card by 2. 4.
Nice.
Plays a Gabby.
Has had entirely too much caffeine or something else.
You ever take a look?
Wait, huh? We played. Oh. Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
That is kind of a card.
I thought it was
That is definitely an
And
effect.
she lets
Yep,
her play
Scoreface.
All right.
another friend.
And this is going to go ahead and get the first point here.
Yeah, the Luna effect is that she flipped just for playing a card on it.
Definitely an awkward start, but getting a Gabby on the field early can be pretty good.
And pass.
I can't quite beat that.
Octavia's also going to need an aloe if he wants to confront here.
2.
And he's got it, so that will let him
Aloe plus 2 power to her.
start.
And can go to score face.
Yep.
So we're going to be looking at
Face off.
6 on Octavia's side versus 6 on Hot Wings' side.
4.
4 versus 6. Alright, I lose that face off.
Cromwell Rutherford. Very shiny.
And that is technically incorrect. Octavia should still have the power boost through aloe,
Rotate. Well,
but we'll remind them about that
I think
later.
I may have. Oh wait, no, never mind. Oh my!
hi.
Alright,
there.
fire when ready. Up here, and multiple dilemmas in Hot Wings' hand, so we'll have to see if Octavia bothers to pop this, because I guarantee you that Hot Wings isn't going to.
Yeah, I have 1 bank. Yes.
3. Draw a card.
Draws gets a Pinkie Pie. Pinkie's not a bad choice. Question is, does he want to do anything here?
question. How did you play this with a pick? Oh, trade.
Yeah, because the trading cruise is right there.
I always forget about that one. That was
And the right call here is likely to bank and just hope that Octavia doesn't recognize the threat present in fire when ready.
Oh, you don't have a main. Your main's there.
We will have to see what happens.
Play 1 for a small pinky.
Looks like he will go ahead and move Luna over there just to get the extra confront, though. Maybe try to bait Octavia into starting a single problem face-off. 280 left.
Squareface.
Yep, I'm just going to go ahead and bank, which is likely the correct choice.
Bank 2 and pass.
Are you banking 2 or?
I am banking 2.
Okay, Octavia draws, finds a Cloud Chaser, that's pretty good. Night Glider in hand, Snow Dash, Aloe, T-Rex Reign of Terror. It's like a Solar Wind. A couple very good options. Does need to get into his blue if he's going to do that, though.
Power
Night Glider.
Nope. Does not have color requirement.
Yes, yes.
Tap to gain the action to come back.
Yep.
Plus 2.
2 for 3. Alright, so
Down to 1. Plus 4.
Yep.
enter score phase.
And the last one is going to be Snow Dash to get plus 2. That's
We'll see if we can get a hold of a judge to get that corrected, because he does not have the blue color requirement to be able to play that.
score face.
I will pinky with Soren.
Alrighty.
Yep.
We'll see if we can get them to rewind that. If we can get this paused in time.
That is the end of my turn.
2.
No, you know this. Oh, you don't know about how Luna works here. Like, we don't have to have a kind of judge explain it, but
I think you score all your points in.
no. During the score phase, we can play it a hasty turn, and as long as
So that is an error,
2 problems in the same.
and we'll have to see if they can possibly rewind that.
I already got points for this. It already happened. This is a different event.
Yeah, but that's the end of the score.
Yeah, you confront separately.
Can't print separately. Like, that's how
That's
this
what
whole
Hot
deck
Wings
works.
does. That's how that works.
Yeah, basically, if you have T-Rex Reign of Terror out, you can confront that, frighten something that's stopping, confront another problem, and then confront that problem.
Yeah, right. Well, that's.
And each
It sounded
problem
like
is
everything
confronted
was
in a separate step.
sequence of how you're supposed to do it. Like, okay, you're supposed to score a phase, and then you're supposed to get all your points, and then you move on to the next.
Yeah, well, but this is kind of
Within the score phase, you perform a separate confront step at each problem in his order of choosing.
They'll have to see if they can get that corrected because
And then I can flip for this one. It can be played tasty.
it does not have
I discard it with.
the requirement to play that blue, but they're answering questions for the other table over there.
I discard a card to frighten the crowd.
This is terrible.
Get another effect, but that's not the one you use.
What I've got right now.
Not bad.
It's not good. It's not good.
So, and I can confront this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for another point, and then we're entering a double.
Unfortunately, I don't think we have a way to be able to communicate with the players on the floor here.
Involved with me. Okay, so then flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
Is this a
Bank 4.
It's double. It's
Alrighty.
multi-problem.
So you're including this one in there?
Including this one happened. This one happened. If 2 problems are confronted in the same turn, you can do a
I
multi-problem.
get 3, right?
Yep.
And that's any 2 problems in multiple sections. We are entering a face-off. Yeah. So I get 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 on your 3 plus 3. So yeah.
Call the dream cavalry.
Thing getting used to it. Yeah. We both flip the problems.
2x range terror.
Wonder why.
Move over.
So, oh, sorry. Points for what? I gave you confused. Here, I got my 4 points.
Move over.
We both flip the problems.
1.
Okay, good. You're
And bank 1.
wait, not in action. I got 1 action left. I got.
Onto the score face.
You
Wait,
are
I'm sorry. I did. I'm out. I'm out of action.
I am?
Get rid of
Oh,
it. 'Cause
if that's the case,
I played 1 for my.
I would have moved that over there. Will you allow me to replay that?
sure.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Alright. So, yeah. Onto the score phase. I'll first confront this.
Granted.
I'll confront this.
Not gonna let that go through. Scare the
The snow dash is 3 and she's 3. So yeah, if you do that, I can make her get +2 and confront either way.
So pretty much you got that broken combo. You're just gonna.
Alright.
Alrighty. So
Maybe every other turn.
do I get both? Do I get both of these off at the same time?
No, you only get the point off this one.
Okay. I'm talking more of the confront frighten ability.
No, I'm going to do this before you confront, which will
Okay.
wipe the board.
Okay.
We'll scare Nightlight.
Wait, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I use him. How do I know?
Rutherford.
How do I not know Rutherford? I'm dumb.
Okay, so Hot Wings did give up the ability. Well, there's another fire one ready.
Cheese and crackers, my
That
friend.
is a good thing for Hot Wings to see here,
Yay!
and a relatively easy confront requirement for the opponent's problem.
On the plus side, it's when it becomes soft, so there is that.
She's dying,
Alright.
as is one of my alus.
You don't have home limit problems yet. You get to keep one of those.
Oh yeah. No. Well, I did have to get rid of one of them, so Night Glider goes bye bye.
Alright. Let's see.
Interesting choice to retire the Frightened Night Glider. Probably would have gone to retire the Aloe instead.
3. Ready, draw a card.
Finds a Soren. Soren's a pretty good choice here. So 1 for a T-Rex Reign of Terror, 1 to play Soren, and then up to 3 AT to play or move friends over to the other problem. That could be pretty strong. I think he's just kind of at a lack of friends right now. He's going to try to make this DFO work if at all possible.
I just have to do that.
Let's pay 100.
Pay 1 to move each of those.
Phase 1 finds yet another dilemma. And with Octavia out of resources, you know he's not really scared about the DFO next turn, so he might just choose to wait here with 4 AT.
Which that'll be my next match, most likely.
Maybe. This is is so ridiculous. My hand is. I can't even describe how garbage this is right now.
The worst possible hand you could have
No,
gotten.
it's not the worst, but
It's bad.
You can play it during the score.
I basically
Yeah, we'll have to see if he's got that fancy pants.
unless I can bust out something, all I'm going to be doing is just farming
You play it immediately.
He's got.
For
Now, 2 bits wouldn't quite do it.
and then it moves the Luna.
He's going to spend a draw, gets a better card, gets a Berry Punch and Orange Swirl. That's going to be a nice find. Just in case he does get that Night Glider back.
that's not going to be handy this turn. Weird one for Soren, move Luna up with him.
It's a very popular deck. I use it. That's all about that. I'm gonna bank.
I think he's just threatening the single problem face-off. Does he want to eat the other Soren?
This Soren to give +2 to that Soren.
He is going to go ahead and do that.
3. Score face.
And confront for a single point.
Front.
Wait.
Point. And power falls off and pass turn.
Okay. I have a pretty serious.
I think that was a yellow card I just saw. Maybe I just saw the glare. No, it definitely was a yellow card. And he's paying to draw.
Draw. Back down to 1.
Oh, that bad.
Draw.
Still hunting options here.
Get rid of my last draw.
Just trying to pay to fill up his hand.
That's no bueno.
No, it is not.
It is no bueno.
However, we are definitely looking at
I can't serve that
a strong turn here from Hot Wings. This is going to be a minimum of 7 points, potentially even more if he can find a Night Glider. Speak of the devil.
I was like, I need to see a Balloona deck, so I
So
can
this
figure
could
out how to make my
be
own.
this
and
could
then-
be up to 9 points if he can make this
Well,
work.
you've seen a Balloon deck.
And this is the second one I've fought against. This is beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
It is one ugly thing.
Oh, it is. Oh, I.
So we're just trying to see. He's got that 1 AT.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Calculating this, making sure this is going to work. Octavia fishing for something on his turn. Don't know why he was drawing quite so deep.
The
Didn't say anything about
intricacies of
splitting.
the intricacies of the confront step is kind of weird.
It's kind of
Oh,
backwards.
yes, that works. Okay. That'll. Yeah, alright.
I messed up by the way. I
Wait.
shouldn't play it there.
He's got the Berry Punch and Orange Swirl, which would allow him to move the Balloona, but that wouldn't be quite enough to confront. What he could do here would be to pay 1 to play the T-Rex Reign of Terror, then pay 1 to play the Berry Punch and Orange Swirl over to...
Alrighty.
He's going to go ahead and play the Buckball. Interesting choice.
For drinking duo, moving Luna, and stealing Snowdash.
Smash. Alright. How many cards do you have in your hand?
Too many.
Alright.
But that's okay.
Is that until the end of the turn, or?
End of the turn. That's off drinking
Oh,
duo.
okay.
And he just needed to get another friend there that he could retire with Soren. That'll definitely work.
And Night Glider.
And he's going to go ahead and play the Night Glider.
Sorry.
Um,
This is going to be messy.
okay. Scarface.
Yes.
Confront here.
Okay.
Eat Snowdash into your discard.
Oh no, this is not going to end well.
And Berry Punch
I really messed up.
Soren.
Yep, he's the Berry Punch over there. That'll get him the necessary card to confront.
And face off.
And we're looking at, yep, 5 for the bonus here, plus another 2 from Night Glider, plus another 1 from Buckball. So
you're 13.
you are looking at 2 points for confronting, plus 1 for Buckball, plus 5, plus 2. So that is the mystical 10-point turn.
Yeah, this is not going to end very well for me.
I'm not sure we've ever seen a burst turn like that on stream before.
This too, actually. So I'm.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm losing this one. But I'm gonna fright and your Night Glider out of spite from this.
You got it.
Alright, I'm gonna choose purple.
Soren must be
Because
Here you go. We're at 5.
Spitfire.
Oh, well, hello.
Not much continue until she either discard pile and then she'll add power. Other Spitfire.
Yep. That's why Fire When Ready is run in Hot Wings. The ability to, well, at least in the Blazing version, the ability to move mains and move power around at extreme efficiency for those high burst turns will just take a game from the early game to the late game in a single turn.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get as many points as you did off of that, but...
Not going to pull equal, but still going to try.
Not going to pull equal, but I'm still going to do a thing.
Did you resolve the thing?
What thing? No, I'm on stream. I'm not paying attention to that.
Oh. There was some color requirement earlier that got missed, but it's probably way past time for that, so.
Was
Wait,
that?
Oh well.
what color requirement?
That was
I don't know.
probably at the beginning of the game for the Night Glider, and that's fine because there was trading traditions on Octavia.
Yeah.
You're not gonna break this time, are you? Okay, thank you. And I'm off.
Oh, it may have been Trading Traditions
No, I've already played that. My bad.
Oh dear.
instead of Concerning Cutie Mark.
Here, you got
I'm
two.
doing that in plus
Another
2.
two.
Gives it plus 3 power.
Let's see how much power we can get on the
Diligent
field.
3.
If it was Trading Traditions, then that was fine then.
Whoa, what's this? I'm not okay with this.
And
Okay, so we see some Rarity Breezies coming out here.
1 from playing those.
be flipping.
And 0 action tokens here for AK Yuling, give her plus 4.
Nice.
So I guess plus 2 for that. And
That gets there, that goes down.
that's going to be everything I can do.
There.
So, underscore face.
Yep.
Oh,
1, 2.
fronting.
Face off. Think you're gonna win that one.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
May I take
Well, unfortunately, Desiree, even though he is able to solve these two problems, all Hot Wings needs to do is confront for one problem, and that's going to bring it from 14 to 15.
Win more.
So yeah, in total, yeah, I'm not even calculating this.
Yep. No, you got it.
I'm replacing, I'm moving her to score an additional point off of that.
6.
I'm at 8.
It's a pretty
And
respectable
all you have to
burst
do is
turn.
confront and you win. Oh, no, 9, yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget the buck ball.
I still lose, but by 1 point less.
Lose everything.
Hey,
Hey.
that effect will not happen.
Yay.
And now home limit, she dies.
Draw a card.
Thank you very much. Wait, oh yeah, you.
Yep.
And Solar Wind, I'm sorry, you're a good friend, but you need to go bye-bye. Oh, yeah.
Confront.
Okay.
And that's game. I realized I wasn't marking the score there, my apologies.
Go faster.
No.
Well, let's see, what was my next 5?
That was so fast I couldn't even keep up.
I don't even get like an angel.
Lost
wing.
the second one.
Fair enough, man.
You win some, you
But that's game
Where are my angel
2,
wings?
I don't.
or rather round 2.
Only I had the Rutherford. I kept flipping him, dang it.
As Rutherfords are wont to do.
As any good card, sadly.
So you played Night Glider, did you do 7?
Yeah, I was 8, and then from hit 8, this took it to
Oh,
7.
and that moves with
That
it.
took it, and Luna came with it. Okay.
There we go. Do you need to know the specific point standings?
No, I just need
Oh, okay, wins, losses.
Yeah, it only works on wins.
When this problem is confirmed,
Okay, yeah, because I remember last year they were like really specific about
Yeah, it
how
looks like
many
it may have been
points
Trading
you
Traditions for Octavia, and we just couldn't see because of the glare. If that was the case, then the color requirement was likely fine.
So what are your standings at?
2-0 currently.
Who won?
He did.
That, we get a point. And double.
I don't know if he actually explained what it was.
Oh.
I'm confused. What was the point requirement?
Oh, no, they're, the commentator, I believe, missed the trading
2,
traditions.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, for Night Glider?
Yeah.
So I went by one.
Oh yeah, no, because I had Night
So
Trading
it's
Traditions
the,
out.
He flipped Octavia over here.
2 for this. And the bonus 2 for her.
And we had the face off.
And we replaced
Yeah, it looks like it was just a glare issue.
Dice trying to run away.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you.
I don't like being alternated like that, I guess.
You gotta put it back in the right checkerboard pattern.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this is... The Sorens were doing some work there, but none of the multicolor stuff in this, other than the one... Yeah, no Spitfires.
That's a solid deck, dude.
Yeah. This is
Yeah, that's one of those risky plays that you have to sit there and think about is if you are up against a deck that you believe has the capability to confront a round fire when ready, through playing of multiple dilemmas, through being able to move Luna at immediate speed thanks to Hasty Friends, anything like that, and you do not have the ability to confront fire when ready on your turn, and you think that they might, even if you think that that is a slight might, it's almost always going to be better for you to just remove that threat and just move or play something to fire when ready just to get it out of the way. If you can make use of it, obviously go for it. Or if you see, Hawwings at 0 AT, and they're only going to be gaining 3 or something like that. I mean, even that's still possible, but...
Move Luna. Confront. And I'm floating the 2, and then...
Jeez.
DFO. Turn 2.
Nice.
And explaining kind of the
That is insane. I need to get more of those.
thing that makes Hot Wings work there, the Angel Wings into Hasty Friend trigger.
I definitely need it. I know I have at least one. Do you have any extra?
Not on me.
This is intense.
No, I don't think I do.
I know I pulled at least one of her, because I remember her well. Like, I remember that, like, adorable little
I
face.
feel like if I do something, it might be
Sitting here being like, sign my hubs.
Whew.
That's what we need. Okay, so here's what I need to see in the vendor hall. I need an Angel Wings plush with a little tiny, like, rainbow plush and a little tiny Twilight plush.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I'll absolutely going to do commission purchase for both of you. Will you sign the codes for me?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Fast aggro match for sure, though. So we moved from, well, we've seen quite a few archetypes in just 2 games. We saw Control versus Farming in the first game, with Control proving victorious, and we saw Blue-Pink aggro versus White-Blue aggro, with Blue-Pink proving victorious here as well. It's been an interesting start so far.